Tonight, we're uncovering one of the most daring bank heists in American history. In 1972, pulled off a robbery so bold that it stunned investigators and sent the FBI into a nationwide manhunt. How did they bypass the bank's security? What mistake brought the entire operation crashing down? And why is this case still remembered more than 50 years later? Stay with us until the end. In one of America's most unforgettable crimes, it was March 1972. America was going through a time of economic uncertainty. But behind the polished walls of the United California Bank, millions of dollars in cash, valuables, and safe deposit boxes were protected by what many believed was one of the most secure vaults in the country. To the public, the bank seemed untouchable. Massive vault door gave customers complete confidence that nothing could ever happen. But somewhere, a group of experienced professional thieves had been quietly watching. They weren't planning a quick robbery. They were preparing something far more ambitious. An operation that would take months of planning, careful surveillance, and near-perfect execution. Their goal wasn't just to steal money. It was to commit a bank robbery so extraordinary that it would be remembered as one of the boldest crimes in American history. The men behind the heist weren't ordinary criminals. They were experienced professionals who believed that patience was more valuable than speed. For weeks, they carefully studied the bank from a distance. They observed employee routines, security patrols, nearby streets, and the buildings and structure. Every detail mattered. Instead of forcing their way through the front entrance, they searched for a hidden weakness one that no one else had noticed. Their plan depended on absolute precision. They gathered specialized tools, mapped every step of the operation, and made sure each member knew exactly what to do. There was no room for mistakes. As the final night approached, everything was in place. The streets would soon fall silent. The city would go to sleep, and the thieves believed they were about to pull off the perfect crime. But they had no idea that one small mistake made after the robbery would eventually help investigators unravel the entire operation. On the night of March 24, 1972, the operation finally began. Under the cover of darkness, the crew quietly approached the United California Bank. There were no loud explosions, no gunfire, and no dramatic hostage situation. Instead of attracting attention, the thieves secretly entered the building and worked their way toward the vault. They bypassed multiple layers of even the most determined criminals. Every move had been rehearsed. Every second counted. When the vault was finally opened, they found exactly what they had come for: cash valuables, and the contents of hundreds of safe deposit boxes. By the time they left, the value of the stolen property was estimated at around $30 million. As dawn approached, the crew disappeared without a trace. There were no immediate suspects, no eyewitnesses, and almost no evidence left behind. For a brief moment, it looked like they had committed the perfect crime. But the investigation was only beginning. When bank employees arrived the next morning, they were stunned. One of the most secure banks in the country had been robbed without anyone hearing a thing. Within hours, local police and the FBI launched a massive story behind the 1972 United California Bank Heist robbery that shocked the FBI and became one of the most daring states. Discover how a highly organized group of professional thieves spent months planning the operation, bypassed the bank's security, and disappeared with millions of dollars in cash and valuables. But despite the near-perfect execution, one critical mistake would eventually lead investigators to the truth. This documentary explores the complete timeline of the robbery, the FBI investigation, impact of a crime that continues to fascinate true crime enthusiasts decades later. If you enjoy true crime documentaries, FBI investigations, unsolved mysteries, historical crimes, and real-life criminal cases, subscribe to Nexora Docs for new documentary videos.